si la mandas.
Okay.
Ya estás.
Okay. So what's up, guys? This is our first chapter in English. Today we have Cila here.
Hi.
Welcome. Cila is a rapper from Ukraine. Now she's living in Germany.
Mhm.
Yeah, where in Germany again?
Near Frankfurt.
Near Frankfurt. So she is spending some weeks in Bolivia. She was in Santa Cruz. Now she's in La Paz. Have you been enjoying this city?
Yeah, it's been really nice.
What's the part you like the most?
In La Paz or in Bolivia?
Both of them. Like,
I really liked the teleféricos in La Paz.
okay,
They have been really interesting. Like the
Yeah.
view was amazing.
yeah, the view is amazing from Teleféricos. So for people who don't know, here in La Paz we have this cableway, like Swiss people have in the mountains, but we use it for public transportation. So the view is amazing.
Mhm.
You'll say, and in Santa Cruz or in general in Bolivia.
Oh, in Santa Cruz, I just like the heat.
Okay, that's
The heat
nice.
is really nice. The sun.
Yeah, and you mentioned before the skies.
Yeah, the sky looks really different to Europe. I don't know what's the exact difference, but like maybe the colors or the
Yeah,
clouds.
the crimson sky is like that. That color is just, I think, amazing. I also been to Santa Cruz, and yeah, I love it when I'm there. Well, so we have some questions here for you.
Mhm.
You feel prepared?
Sure.
Okay.
always.
So, when did you start rapping? How did this happen? I wanna hear the story today.
So when I was in school, like in the breaks, my
Mhm.
friends always said like one topic, and I just started freestyling. But
Okay.
then I kind of lost it, so I was singing a lot. And then a few years ago, I just started doing it again, and since then,
Okay.
it's going really well.
So you'll say you were 10 years old, something?
Yeah, maybe like 10 years old, I was doing like singing, and I played the piano, so I always did like a lot of music.
Okay.
But rapping was like recently, like 2 years ago maybe.
Okay, so you also were practicing music before rapping?
Mhm.
You said the piano.
Yes, I played the piano for like 8 years maybe.
Okay.
But mostly because my parents wanted me to. So it was like I was playing a lot of sad
Mhm.
classical songs was like my way to go. But now I don't do it anymore.
Okay, so that was in Kiev, I think, in Ukraine.
Yeah, so when I started learning piano, it was in Ukraine, but I also had like lessons in Germany.
So you started freestyling in Ukrainian, in Russian,
No, I mostly like the rapping part.
Mhm.
I do it in German.
in German.
Yeah, because I also listen mostly to German rap.
Hmm.
So I think there's where a lot of inspiration comes from.
Okay.
So I try to do something in Russian, like maybe a hook or something, but it's not going.
Okay, that comes just in hand because the next question is, what's your inspiration? Your inspiration? Can you name the artist, the music that get you in the mood to freestyle, to start rapping, to make you think, oh, I want to be like that one day, or what are your thoughts on it?
So usually when I listen to rap, there's like one song
Mhm.
that inspires me, and then I start writing. But there's not one like specific artist I could mention,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of people in the German rap community. They
Mhm.
mention like American artists, but for me, I was never like really into the big American artists.
Okay.
So I was listening to different kinds of music, to different kinds of rappers, and then there's like
Mhm.
one song, and then the
Mhm.
inspiration just comes, and then I do it.
Okay, then you don't like that much of American rappers back in the day?
Yeah, not really. Like I don't feel the American rap.
Okay.
So for me, lyrics are really important.
Mhm.
And honestly, with a lot of English songs, I don't understand the lyrics, so I can't really feel it. But I do like also some Russian or Ukrainian rappers. But for me, they're not so big because I live in Germany, so like German rap is really huge right now. So I listen to it all the time with my friends, and there's where the most inspiration maybe comes from.
Okay. How old were you when you moved from Ukraine to Germany?
So when I was really little, I was like raised in Ukraine, and I started to go to school there.
Mhm.
But then we decided to move, so I went to school in Germany. So for a
Okay.
long time, but it's every like possibility I try to go back to Ukraine. So I spent like the summers there, and
Mhm.
also in Germany, I was like in a really close community.
Mhm.
So where I was living, um, like my friends and everyone around me was like from the Soviet Union.
Mhm.
So I still had kind of, the influence from there.
Oh, sure. So even though you were living in Germany, you are continuing to have this Russian influence on your lifestyle, maybe, as well as your
Mhm.
music taste.
Yeah, like the Soviet Union influenced my life a lot because it's like you've been raised differently, your culture
Hmm.
is different, and like the community is just really different. So I think there was a lot of influence coming from there as
Oh,
well.
sure. So you managed to have some Russian friends in Germany as well.
Yes, yes, sure.
Oh,
I
nice.
still have some, and yeah, all my friends are like have different backgrounds, so
Hmm.
I really like to know more about different cultures.
Okay, I know.
And I think this is also the reason why I'm here, sitting in Bolivia, just getting to know some cultures.
Okay, so you really like to travel, I think.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me where have you been already?
So this is my first like really big international travel.
Hmm.
So I've been one day in Sao Paulo in the airport, but that's it for like South America, and then
Hmm.
I traveled a little bit of Europe.
Hmm. Which
And
places in Europe?
oh, which places in Europe? So I went to Paris,
Hmm.
parts of Italy, parts of Spain, Belgium, I
Belgium.
think, like the Netherlands. Yeah, and Eastern Europe, like
Okay.
definitely Eastern
Okay,
Europe.
so you'll say Kiev is your favorite city
Of
amongst all of
all
them?
places in the world, Kiev is my
Yeah, of
favorite
course.
city.
Yeah, homeland is always a place you
Mm.
love. We were talking yesterday. I can even find words to describe how much I love my city, which is La Paz.
Mhm.
So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you like it. She's been already for 2 days in La Paz.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sure. And I think you enjoy the most beautiful things on it,
Mhm.
like the teleferics, the food, the views.
Mhm.
I think the views are killing, right?
Yeah, the views are like.
Okay, so so after Europe, you came to South America, right?
So before coming here, I was living in Scotland, like
Okay.
studying abroad, which was also a crazy experience, but nothing in compared to La Paz, which
Okay.
is like the craziest city I ever been to in my life.
Yeah, this city goes all day long with hustle and bustle, like everybody's
Yeah.
running or in a rush.
Mhm.
You feel so?
Yeah, totally. Like I think I couldn't live here for ever because just the life is way too fast. There's
Hmm.
so much going on all the time. I
Hmm.
think I would prefer something a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, and also there is a lot of rap battles going on everywhere. We were
Mhm.
watching that yesterday, I think,
Mhm.
at San Francisco
Yeah, I think
Square.
so.
Yeah, so and so you kind of understood some of the rhymes, right?
Yeah, so my Spanish is getting better. I got some lines, but it was more like the energy that was
Hmm.
created. So they were like really energetic, and there were so many people. Also, it
Yeah,
was like on the
sure.
main square. So it was really nice. It was a really nice experience. I think this is something that wouldn't happen in Germany, or
Hmm.
maybe happens, but behind closed doors. So it's not like you go to the main plaza and then
Yeah,
they're
sure.
okay.
Talking about languages, Jules said you could understand some rhymes in Spanish. Would you rap in Spanish?
So this was my goal, writing at least
Okay.
one song in Spanish after my
Hmm.
travels. But I have to admit, the inspiration is not really coming. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable writing in Spanish just because I don't have like my vocabulary is not big enough.
Sure. Then, what are your main languages for rapping? Like
So I would say mostly German
hmm
and then English because
English.
when I was in Scotland, I was writing like songs in English and it went really well because like I think English has a lot more words that rhyme better. So German is
Hmm.
like really harsh.
Yeah.
And with Russian, I think in the future it will come. So
Hmm.
I will write more in Russian. but I'm always waiting for the inspiration. So right now it's not coming, so I can't
Mhm.
write it, but maybe in the future.
Okay, so the main language will be German, the second one English, the third one you'll say Russian?
Yes, and the fourth one Spanish because my
Okay.
Spanish is just not good enough.
Will you rap in Ukrainian?
And yes, I would love to. So
Uh-huh.
my goal is to actually wanted to move back to Ukraine, but
Mhm.
with the situation right now, it's not possible. But I really want to learn the Ukrainian language. I learned it in school in Ukraine, and it's really beautiful. It's like the second most melodic language after Italian, I think.
Yeah, it
So
is.
it's really, really nice. I want to learn it, and this is one of my goals for like the near future. So I really
Sure.
want to learn Ukrainian, and I definitely want to write songs.
Yeah, sure. About the situation in Ukraine, even though you're not living there now,
Mhm.
how have you feel about that? I understand it's really something, you know.
Yeah, so the situation is really challenging,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, I have like friends and family in Kiev,
Mm-hmm.
so it's really challenging to leave the city because it's kind of in the center.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm worried all the time. I try to avoid reading the news because in the beginning I couldn't do anything. I was just like constantly reading the news, and it's not like I need to care for myself first, so then I can care for them.
Oh, sure.
So when I will be back in Germany, I will try to do my best to support them. And some of my friends and family already left Kiev, so this
Mm-hmm.
is really great. But it's a really strange feeling to be so far away from everything and like
Mm-hmm.
try to help, but I'm not really there. But if I would be there, maybe I could do more. I'm not sure. I tried my best and I talk to them every day and ask how
Mm-hmm.
they are. So this is all I can do right now.
Yeah, sure. I feel you're also being very positive about all the situation. You're trying to stand in front of it instead of being carried down by it. So
Mhm.
I really admire that,
Thank you. Yeah, I try to stay positive with
Yeah,
everything.
that's always the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
Then, when you're starting to record these things, all the stuff going on, which artists you like to collaborate with?
So, which artist I would choose right now to do a collaboration with,
Yeah.
or with whom I did the collaborations?
Both of those questions.
Okay, so which artist would I choose? I would choose. Oh, that's a difficult one.
Okay.
um, I think I would choose. I would choose Cardi B. So before I said I'm not listening to American rappers, but I just like her as a person so much, so I want to spend time with her. So I think I would.
I know she must be so nice, right?
Yeah, I think she's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I just because I want to like to spend time with her, I think I would choose her. And she's like such a strong woman. So this is definitely something I want to support. And so with whom I did collaborations, it's like I had one friend in Germany who was like my main influence in everything because he was like the first one I showed my music to, and he helped me like a lot, and my music developed a lot. So he played a big part in it, and this is like the only person I made songs with as well. So he's been a really big influence.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's quite nice to know.
Mhm.
So, again, with Cardi B, do you think you will feel comfortable going into reggaeton as well? Like not doing reggaeton yourself, but mixing it, your rap with reggaeton?
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I would feel kind of strange because it's like so far away from
Yeah, it
my
is. It
culture,
is.
like the sounds from my culture.
Mhm.
So I would maybe try it and then don't show anybody. Yes.
Nice stuff you do and you never show anybody. Like,
Yeah, these are the best songs. Like
Mhm.
I have a few I would never show anybody, but these are the most fun to make because you like start without expectations.
Mhm.
You just do it for fun and then it really turns out great.
So you've been listening a lot of reggaeton, I think, living here in Bolivia.
Yes, I did.
Like it's the one of the most popular genre alongside with folkloric music, I'll say.
Mhm.
Along those genres, which genres you like the most? Like you can include music from Ukraine, from Germany, from Russia.
Oh.
Which artists you like the most? Other that are not precisely rappers, they can be. But what would you say is your top of musicians?
So my top of musicians, despite the genre.
Hmm.
Oh, That's a good question. I like there are so many good artists. I think I can't pick like my favorites
Okay,
because I listen to like a variety of different kinds of music.
sure.
So, for example, with my music, I really like to rap on lo-fi beats,
Okay,
and I'm not really into like this aggressive
yeah,
yelling
sure. Like
style.
going,
So
I'ma beat you up.
yeah, so
Yeah.
the I don't like being yelled at, so I also don't yell. This is like the what I like to use for my music the most. And with the reggaeton, I really like that you can dance, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it has like a little bit more influence now in German
Mm-hmm.
rap also. And I also want to do some music you can dance to, just because I like dancing so much.
Yeah,
So
sure.
maybe a little bit. I could use a little bit in the future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Where are the places that you would love to record some music videos? Like you were saying, that El Alto looks nice to you.
Yeah, and Alto looks nice. The whole city of La Paz would be like crazy. Every mirador would be like perfect to record something. But I also liked, so I was like working in a little village,
Mhm,
and it had like a really different aesthetic. So it was
mhm,
like really chill, the sky was blue.
mhm,
And I tried to make some videos or some pictures there so I can include it
mhm,
in my videos, because I think the music I wrote there in the village
mhm.
is really like really fits with how the village actually looks. So I want to use this as well.
Sure. I think you were mentioning some place in Ukraine, in Kiev, Alexandria.
Alexandrovsky Spust. This is like a really big mountain with
Mhm,
a beautiful church on it. And that's like my favorite place in Kiev, because when you go down, they're like the street is full of artists
mhm.
painting, and there's just like a lot of creative energy. So I would say this would be amazing as well.
Okay.
So if it will be possible to go there someday again, I think I definitely want to record something in
Oh,
Kiev,
that's
some
nice.
videos. I also want to meet some artists, maybe some
Mhm.
Ukrainian artists, because I think it would be like really contribute to my music.
Sure.
So for the future, maybe.
Well, how would you describe the music you like to create?
um, I would describe my music as mm, music you listen to on a summer evening with your friends.
Okay, so it's chill music, you'll say?
Yes, I would say it's like music that mm, has positive energy, which
Mm-hmm.
helps you to relax.
Sure.
Because, for example, I don't really like to listen to music that is too deep,
Mm-hmm.
just because I want to like I listen to music all the time, all day long, and when I'm like doing laundry, I don't want to start crying because the
Yeah,
music
sure,
is
I
too
know,
deep.
right?
So I know a lot of people say like, oh, it needs to be like really deep and has a lot of meaning, but I think you can also do really chill music,
Mhm.
and the meaning would be just like some positive energy, and
Okay.
then you can listen to it like in different situations and maybe
Uh-huh.
get lost in your thoughts. This is
I
the
think
music
that's
I like.
something anybody can enjoy. That's awesome. Well,
Mhm.
how would you describe your creative process? Like, where does the inspiration come? What do you do with it?
Mhm. So it's mostly I because I listen to so much music. There's like one song,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just starts. So I just like search for some beats, and then I write like the lyrics to it and record it on my phone, so I don't lose my idea.
Mm-hmm.
And um, yeah, so
Okay.
basically that's it.
If you could open a concert for any artist, who will be?
If I could open a concert
Mm-hmm.
for any
No, no,
artist.
no. If you could open a concert for some artist, like being the opener from Coldplay or.
Yeah, so who would I choose?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would maybe again go with Cardi B, like
Nice. I think you really like Cardi B. I
yeah,
won't call it reggaeton, right? It's like more pop rap kind of flow.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. She's also singing in Spanish now, I guess.
Mhm.
I think mostly in English, right? She was doing a lot of trap. Like you heard her first songs. She
Mhm.
was going very like trap. Now she's going more like Maluma kind of music, like doing it slow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something everybody can enjoy. You'll say.
yeah. Mm, I think I need to learn a little bit more Spanish, so maybe we can do a song together.
Okay. So when you grow a fan base, which I think you'll do,
Mhm.
uh, what could you tell to them? Like if you can send a message. This space is for this precisely. So what can you say to that people
In regarding to what?
in regarding to if they can learn something from you? What will that be?
Mm, that's a really good question.
Okay.
Okay, so if they can learn something from me,
Hmm.
what will it be? Um, that maybe no matter how bad everything seems, you can always turn it into something positive.
Oh, that's nice. I really like that. I'm stick with that message. I also like
Okay.
it. So, as a singer, as a rapper, which is the biggest challenge you found so far?
So for me, the biggest challenge is deciding with my life which path I want to take. So do I really want to invest everything I have in music?
Hmm.
And because there's also a lot of risks.
Hmm.
Or do I want to go the safe part, which everyone does? It's just like studying, get a career.
Hmm.
And I think this is maybe the most challenging part.
Oh, that's nice to know. Well, as a singer, which is the part you enjoy the most about it? About singing? What is the part I'll say you enjoy the most in your creative process, like composing or getting everything together? What would you say it is?
So the best moment when I write music is like when it's finished
Mm-hmm.
and I hear the recording the first time and it just fits really well. So like my voice fits with the beat and just like seeing the finished product is what
Mm-hmm.
I like the most. And when I sing, so this is not something I would do like as a career or something. I just like implemented a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I really like singing with other people or doing music with other people because I think it's like a really special moment when you hit the note,
Mm-hmm.
and the other person also feels the energy from the music.
Yeah, sure.
So this is like a really special moment, which
Oh,
I
that's nice to know. It's also, I'll say, a little bit sweet.
like.
Okay, so I will also like to know, is there any other musician in your family or this is your thing?
Oh, actually, my brother is a guitarist.
Oh.
So he's like the best guitarist ever, in my opinion. And he does like metal and rock. So
Mhm.
like he's far away. He tells me that rap music isn't real music.
Oh, come on.
So, but in the beginning, I was like reaching out to him, asking like some recommendations, but he wasn't a really big help because our
Mhm.
music is so far apart. But I really like when I visit him, he like plays the guitar and I sing a little bit some old
Mhm.
songs from Ukraine.
Sure.
This feels really special, but this we're like the only ones.
Okay. Some people will say that metal music is better. Some people say rap music is better. I'll say the best kind of people is the one who says that every genre is just okay, but it goes along with different people, and we have to respect each other taste in music.
Yeah, I think just a lot of people have like misconceptions
Hmm.
about rap music.
Yeah, sure.
So, and especially people who are like maybe a little bit older.
Yeah, I'll say the
So my
same.
brother's like 42.
Oh,
So it's
that's
like
right.
we don't. It's like a little bit sad because it would be really nice if we
Hmm.
would understand a little bit more. But it doesn't matter if he found something that he's happy with, and I
Hmm.
also do, then it's fine.
As a rapper, as an artist, as a creative person in general, is there something you collect? Like you have a collection of rap vinyls or CDs or T-shirts from concerts? I don't know. Is there something you like to collect?
So I tried, like I used to collect. Do you know the bands you have on your wrist after you go
Hmm.
somewhere? So I used to have a lot of them,
Hmm.
but at some point I just cut it off. But I still kept them. So
Okay,
just like as a reminder where I went to.
sure. Also, how are you mixing your your music career alongside with your personal life, like studying and
Yeah.
doing all the stuff? I think that's a complicated part, right?
Yes, it is. So, the people they say like, oh, you can study and you can still do music, but for me, it doesn't work like this because when I have to work and I have to study, so I spend like the whole day on this, then I don't have the energy to do something creative.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to like have some free time so I can like use those resources. But if I'm busy all the time, there I will produce nothing. So what I try to do was like have one evening in the week, which is like I call it like Music Monday. So I
Mm-hmm.
always try to write something on Monday.
Okay.
And right now that I'm traveling in Bolivia, like
Mm-hmm.
I just do it when I feel like it.
Okay.
But I want to make like active time to do music
Mm-hmm.
because I think when you just do it as a hobby, then
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna develop a lot.
Okay. Well, do you think you could use concepts from the topic you're studying and put them in also your personal experiences and put it into your music? It's something you will do. You were saying yesterday that you have atimasia. What's the name again?
What do you mean?
The condition you're studying for your thesis?
Yeah, it's called aphantasia.
Aphantasia.
Mhm.
Aphantasia.
Yeah, so aphantasia is like
Oh, feel free to talk about it.
okay, so basically I don't have like a sense of imagery in any sense.
Mhm.
So I can't see pictures in my mind's eye or what's like the most challenging for me is I can't hear songs. So when I tell you like, oh, how does the trumpet sound? Then you hear it in your ear, right?
Mhm.
So I don't have it. I don't even know what we're talking about. For me, everyone's just like hallucinating the whole time. So yeah, I'm writing my thesis on this topic, and I don't really know how I could specifically include this in my music, but I think it's always in my music already because I think and do things differently.
Mhm.
So I think in every song I do, it's like because I can hear it in my ear,
Mhm.
like I have a different approach. I just do it, and I hope it sounds well.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, I redo it. So I think it's like it has an influence, but I don't think I could use it like to really write songs on this topic. Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe in
So
the future.
how does how that goes along with your creative process? Like if you can't imagine stuff going on, how do you manage to do so?
So what I really like to do is have a really creative, stimulating environment.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to when I look at things that inspire me or listen to music that inspires me, like I'm still creative. I just can't see it. I just can't
Okay.
see it in my mind's eye, but I can still imagine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit complicated to explain when you like never heard of it. But for me, it's like I need some input from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is when, for example, I want to write music. What I do is I listen to, like, I don't know, the top 50 songs right now. So and then I just click through them, and there's maybe one good song,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the inspiration. Then it goes.
Oh, nice. I think working in a creative thing like rap music with a condition like aphantasia, it's such a challenge that I think stuff people can just do. You have to put a lot of effort into it, I think. And I really find that, how to say this, I really find it amazing that
Thank you.
in spite of sometimes can be able to um, imagine things, I think, as people do, you still try to do music and you still try to put all this together and upfront, like saying, I'm going to do this, even though I'm not in the same condition as everyone. So that's something I really like about you. It's something I admire. It's like
Thank you.
having this one thing that you go against the odds and still you do it. So I'm really loving that part of your outside career, and also that you like to travel is something nice because you are also getting inspiration, I guess. Of course, and not one single travel sometimes is going to give you a whole song, but still all together, like you'll say your life and everything you do with music will be different if you will have never left Kiev or.
Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
Like, I think from the songs I wrote, if I didn't go to Scotland, I would never have a song in English. And
Mhm.
I also like to do so. For example, the atmosphere was really relaxing where
Mhm.
in the village I was working. So this was also the topic of some of my songs. So I think if I wouldn't travel, I would maybe center on the same topics because there's not much more happening. So in
Mhm.
everyday life, so I think this is a really important part.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice to know. Well, as you guys know, Ellie is visiting La Paz only for a few days, so her schedule is very busy right now.
Yes.
There is some stuff to see, like you were mentioning traditional dances. You want to get to know more well,
Yes, I
and
think it's Sunday, so I'm
yeah,
gonna look at
sure.
some traditional stuff.
Sure. So again, her time is very limited right now. So thank you for being here today. I
Thank you
really
for
love.
having me.
I love this episode. It's our first episode in English, actually. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's nice.
More people from around the world is going to be. It's going to be able to see it. So I really like this experience. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So this is it for this, guys. See you next week.